Tonight,
You should know where mine and Lisa's votes don't lie.
so many reasons to question loyalties.
I just don't know with Dave. Has he played us the whole way?
Then, at elimination,
Any one of you could be heading home tonight.
it all comes down to one.
He could swing and this is his opportunity to vote me out.
And for the survivors,
You're going to be racing a 21-kilometre half marathon.
and a challenge that revs everyone up.
You guys are now in my world.
It was a strange feeling walking into the lounge after weigh-in, knowing that 4 people were up for elimination, which was basically half the house.
Phil, Caitlin, Phoebe and Jana. Unfortunately, you've all fallen below the yellow line, which means the 4 of you will now be facing elimination.
I think everyone was feeling a bit weird.
Well, Lise, biggest loser, first female.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Get your name up on the board.
Massive. So proud of you. Thank you.
The excitement of being biggest loser and pulling such a good number is a very, very mixed emotion moment, you know. It means that Jana's now below the yellow line.
And I think this week's, for me, I know it's going to be one of the hardest weeks for me to have to write one of the names down because it's just, it gets harder every week.
I do think there's certain people here that do need to be here more than others, like Caitlin. She's still very heavy and a lot heavier than Jana and Phil. Phoebe also said she wants to stay here because she hasn't reached her goal.
I feel pretty secure this week that I'll be here next week. Shannan has my back. Lisa will have my back. I'm not going to get votes from them.
At the end of the day, we all got to write someone's name down.
However, if there is a miracle in the air, if the miracle is out there, feel free not to write my name down.
I'm definitely going head-to-head with Phil. I mean, there are 4 of us under the yellow line, but Phoebe and Caitlin have never entered the equation.
Big decisions to be made.
There is, and they won't be taken lightly.
It's always been Phil or myself. And in this race, I want to be the winner.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I tell you what, being on the other side of the yellow line certainly feels a little different.
I wanted to chat with Lisa and Shannan first.
Well, I think that you should know where mine and Lisa's votes don't lie. I know you know Lisa's. I'm not going to vote for you.
I know that they've got my back, and I wanted to know which way they were going to vote as to who I was going to try to rally for. Ultimately, if I can save myself, I need to be making some friends here.
If Lisa and I both vote for Phil,
Yep.
and you manage to get
One of
Dave
them,
or
yes.
Rick to swing,
Yeah.
the only person they're going to swing to is Phil. Because I don't think they would write Caitlin.
Shannan is convinced that I would have a better chance with Dave and Rick of convincing them to vote out Phil.
So Rick and Dave are my chances.
Yeah, I think Dave is the best chance, and Rick is a possibility.
Rick or Dave could be a swayed vote either way because Rick sees that Phil has potential and is a threat. Dave sees Phil as a bigger threat than Jan, and so that could be a weakness that we could play on and hopefully get Dave to swing.
OK, so I need to do some work on Rick and Dave.
After Lisa and mine chat with Jana, you know, I thought it can at least go in there and both vote for Phil and kind of hope, I suppose, that David or Rick turns.
You know, I've talked about looking for a miracle. I'm just wondering if you're it.
Well, yeah, I've got thoughts.
The thing that's going to be really tough with Rick, trying to convince him to leave me here in the house and vote against Phil, is Joey. And the fact that Joey and Phil are good mates here, and that will put a rift between Joey and Rick.
I think Phil's is a threat. He's still leader of the leaderboard. He's still on top. What if Phil loses 4 kilos, 5 kilos?
True.
Still can knock me down.
True.
Still can knock anyone down.
Good reason to take him out.
There is good reasons to take him out. But it's going to be definitely a hard decision because So the longevity in this game and keep alliances strong, or it's turn and get rid of someone now when I got a chance. I'd really like to write Phil's name down because he is a threat, and this might be my one and only chance to do it. Yeah, he's definitely got me thinking, and it's got Dave thinking.
I sat down with Dave and, I was really honest. And I said, I just want to know whether or not you're open to put Phil's name down.
Well, as it stands at the moment, my mind at the moment is 50-50, and I'll be honest with you, it's between you and Phil. It's certainly, for me, it's up for consideration, and a very big part of consideration at the moment. The reason I am considering to maybe vote for Phil, because he can win this thing, he trains hard. He's certainly shown in the last couple of weeks that he can be a threat and force in this game. For me, it comes down to whether I can put his name on a piece of paper, because I came in the house with him.
Yep.
So I can be honest with you and say I'll consider it, and that's, I guess, the best I can do at the minute.
I appreciate it. Dave is going to sit on the fence, and it's going to be the last moment in elimination where I will find out which way he's voting. He's a major, major game player, and he keeps his cards very close to his chest.
What's going on, mate?
Hey, Joey, how you going, mate? Just packing some of the old faithful Bulldog stuff up, mate. It's just,
Packing or unpacking?
Well, you don't know, Joey, eh?
I walked in to see Phil and he was packing his bags, and it's not a good feeling seeing your mate pack his stuff.
What about our old mate Davey? This is the thing, eh? He's
This is what worries me, mate. Has he played us the whole way? Well, I just wanted to give him the heads up that Dave wasn't sure which way he's going to vote, and I just had a gut feeling that there might be a few votes for Phil, and it does worry me a little bit. I honestly think that the winning streak you've been having, I think it's really starting to get under their skin a little bit. And
yeah, Dave and I pretty much battled from the start, and he hasn't been able to compete, and I've sort of had my own journey, he's had his. I think the thing is with Dave, being injured has made things really difficult. I mean, I feel for him. He's had an injury, he's had a couple of them. And we've had some differences here because of that, I think. He's been frustrated, he hasn't been able to participate or compete in anything. But at the same time, I sort of thought that we've had that agreement that we still wouldn't write each other's name down.
Yeah, I thought the agreement was there too, but, I just don't know with Dave,
Yeah. He could swing, and this is his opportunity to vote me out. But look, if he votes me out, he's voting out friendship completely, as far as I'm concerned.
If he wanted to get rid of you, this would be a good chance, because I'm pretty sure the rest of the house is against you, mate. And I'm worried that he might be sent home, and it's something I don't want to see, and I know Phil doesn't want it, so I am very worried for him.
Hi everyone.
Hi, Hayley.
Welcome to elimination. Those voting have had a lot to think about. Under normal circumstances, they would be choosing between two options. But tonight, they have a choice of 4. Phil, Jana, Caitlin and Phoebe. Any one of you could be heading home tonight. Phil, so far you've lost an incredible 52.8 kilos and broken Biggest Loser records along the way. That dominance has made you an obvious threat. Are you hoping Old Alliance keep you safe tonight?
Definitely, Hayley, yep. Old Alliance, maybe new names, but yeah, for it. But Yeah, I'm hoping that'll stay true, particularly at this stage of the competition, because I still think there's quite a way to go.
Caitlin, you are in possession of a very valuable piece of jewellery, the double bracelet. The only way for anyone to get hold of it is to remove you from the game. Do you think people will factor that in when they're voting?
I hope it wouldn't get factored in this early in the game. You know, there's still 9 of us here at the moment and there's still a long, long way to go. So, you know, I hope it doesn't play a part in it at all.
Phoebe, you are a dark horse in this competition. You've kept yourself in the game with consistently good performances at the weigh-in. Do you think people are going to vote with their heads or their hearts tonight?
I honestly think that people will vote with their loyalties and where they lie.
Jana, this is the first time that you've faced elimination. So this is the first time the others have had the chance to vote you out. Will they jump at it, or will strategy overrule their hearts? How much do you think you still need to be here?
I think I need to be here a whole lot. You know, I've just started to find the new Jana. And I'm loving being here, and I'm loving this. Feels amazing.
Contestants, the time has come for you to reveal who you want to see eliminated from this competition. It's time to reveal your votes. The first person to cast their vote will be Lisa. Lisa, please reveal your vote.
Hayley, just before I start, I just want to say that I would never vote somebody out to be spiteful or hurtful, because that's not me. I really struggled. And this week, I haven't voted to send anybody home, but to try and save somebody. And with that, I voted for Phil.
It's all right, Lise.
Phil, that's 1 vote for you. Next to reveal their vote is Joe.
Hayley, it's known around here, around the house, that I've made a few pretty close friends over the time here at Camp Big Sluicer. But I want to be remembered as for playing with a bit of respect, a bit of honesty and, you know, a bit of loyalty, main thing, and that's what I want to be remembered for, so that's why my vote goes for Jan. Sorry, Jan. Please.
Shannan, it's your turn to reveal your vote.
Hayley, tonight I've decided to base my vote on who I feel is in the right mind frame to leave Camp Biggest Loser and continue on their journey and not only meet but exceed the targets they want to hit. And also be able to come back here and absolutely smash it in the 42K. So with that said, voted for Phil.
Phil, you now have 2 votes. Jana, you have 1 vote. Caitlin and Phoebe, so far you have no votes. The next person to reveal their vote will be Rick.
Hayley, this decision's hard for me. In a game, it's normally played with strategy. But, you know, this far out from the end of the competition, you need longevity. And you need to stick to what you know and who you know. And therefore, I vote for Jana. Sorry, Giles.
Jana, you now have 2 votes. Phil, you also have 2 votes. There's just one more vote left to reveal. David, you hold the deciding vote. If you vote for either Phil or Jana, then that person will be going home tonight. However, if you vote for either Caitlin or Phoebe, then we'll have reached a hung vote, with Jana and Phil sitting on 2 votes each. So Phil, because you recorded a lower weight loss percentage than Jana this week, you'll be the one going home. David, it's time to reveal your vote.
Hayley, this was a particularly difficult decision for me, and looking where the names are on those cards are pretty much where my head's been at. That being said, you know, it really came down for me as to whether I could write Phil's name down or Jana's name down and stick with what was my former alliance.
David, you hold the deciding vote.
Hayley, this was a particularly difficult decision for me, and looking where the names are on those cards are pretty much where my head's been at. That being said, you know, it really came down for me as to whether I could write Phil's name down or Jana's name down and stick with what was my former alliance. I vote for Jana. Sorry, Jana.
Jana, you now have 3 votes. Phil, you have 2. Jana, I'm sorry, but you have been eliminated from the competition.
I just feel really sad. And it's not about the votes at all, because I knew that was coming. This is a great place to be. And I feel fantastic. And I'm leaving on a really great week. And I'm leaving my best friend behind.
Lisa, how close have you and Jana become since being here in Camp Biggest Loser?
She's just my boss, Hayley.
It's too late. We know
she's going home, so I've got to get back into that mode of thinking.
But your relationship has changed since you've been here.
Immeasurably, Hayley. No one can take that away from us. And I think people should actually be envious of how lucky we've been. Our friendship has grown, and, you know, we'll still go back to school and she'll still be my boss, but there'll be more to it at the end of the day.
In your opinion, do you think Jana will continue this fantastic journey on the outside?
I have no doubt that Jana is going to kick some ass.
Jana, how would you sum up your Biggest Loser experience?
It's been better than fantastic. I couldn't think of a better person to have shared this with. It has been the most amazing thing I've ever done. Because in there, I found who I'm supposed to be. And I found the healthy Jana underneath all the layers of lard. You know, and that feels unreal. Biggest Loser has changed my life.
How fortunate we are to be a part of that.
how fortunate I am to be a part of that.
Well, Jana, the votes have been cast and it's been decided that you'll be leaving Camp Biggest Loser tonight. It's fair to say that life around here won't be the same without you. During your time here at Camp Biggest Loser, you've lost a whopping 32.5 kilos. That's over a quarter of your original body weight. That's a fantastic result. Jana, I'm going to take a leaf out of your book and be tough and try not to cry, but I will miss you very much.
Thanks, Hayley.
And I'll look after Lisa for you.
You know what? I think she's going to be fine. I think she's getting really good at looking after herself.
Well, it's time to say the dreaded goodbyes and leave Camp Biggest Loser.
Thanks, Hayley. Hey.
Yeah.
Thank you. Baby. Hey. I'll let you come to Perth.
No, this week's really hard.
Stop.
Your mum and dad are going to be so happy.
Oh, I was going to lock me up.
I'll see you when I get off.
Just remember, okay? You don't need looking after anymore because you can do this on your own. Okay? Okay. I'm off. See ya. Bye. See ya.
Contestants, this week we threw a couple of curveballs at you. And I must tell you, there are a couple more coming your way. This week, you're going to be racing a 21-kilometre half marathon. This is going to be a landmark race in its own right, and you're going to want to be at your competitive best. Because mark my words, this race is going to be more than just a warm-up for the 42-kilometre marathon. So, I hope you come to the starting line in fine form. Contestants, that's all for now. Get some rest, and I'll see you all soon.
Thanks, Hayley.
Coming up on The Biggest Loser.
I'd like to introduce you to an Australian legend.
I was just like, oh my God, what are we gonna have to do here?
On your marks, get set, go!
Arriving at Camp Biggest Loser today, Michelle and I were both fully aware that a battle royale had taken place in this week's weigh-in.
How are we? Morning, guys.
Hi. As soon as we walked into the lounge room, as always, the mood is pretty sombre, and the first person that we recognise missing is Jana.
Elimination's been, Jana's gone. All right?
Yeah.
My heart went out to Lisa. The moment I sat down and we made eye contact, she just burst into tears. So it's going to be a tough week for you, Duff.
As soon as Shannan sort of looked at me, I just lost it. You know, he's been mine and Jana's trainer from day one, and it was hard to tell him, you know, that she'd gone. And I think for me, knowing that she'd gone because I'd pushed her under the yellow line also made it harder.
How'd it go down?
Of course, we were last, and I was up first, and I lost 5.1 kilos.
That's your biggest since week 2.
Yeah.
5.1.
Yeah.
And?
And that was 5.68%, so I went to the top of the leaderboard.
You're the biggest loser?
Wow!
You're the biggest loser, girl? Oh.
And the first female to do that.
First female.
I think Lisa's overcome more obstacles than anybody else in this competition. She's had more breakthroughs, and the fact that she was the first female biggest loser of this series made me incredibly proud. Good job, dude. That's so cool.
So then Jana got up and she lost 4.2 kilograms, which is her biggest.
Yeah.
And she actually, had it not have been the way the game was, she would have been third on the leaderboard this week.
Jana now has the best tools at her disposal. She's only just opened her mind to how her life is and how it could be. If she was eliminated 2 weeks ago, I think she would have struggled. But now I think she's in a fantastic place to maintain her weight loss.
And Jana said that at elimination, you know, if you're going to go out, this was a great week to go out on.
As I said to Lisa after elimination, I want what Jana has, honestly. The joy she has now and the happiness is something that I look forward to. One thing's for sure, these other contestants better watch out because she's hungry and she's determined to come back into this game.
Hayley said just after Jana left that we needed to get ready and in fine form because the 21-kilometre race was this week.
At the end of the day, we know, as your trainers, that you are ready. You've done the legwork. Be confident in that. The plan that you need to have now. You don't need to worry about the fitness. You've got the fitness. Now it's the head games.
Well, I've already got the self-doubt.
Well, that better go pretty damn quick, Caitlin, because that will be your downfall.
Yeah. You know, I am scared to go in it and I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it. So, you know, I definitely have to work on that before then.
We believe you can do it. The only person that's going to let themselves come unstuck is the person that doesn't believe in themselves.
Michelle said to everyone, in terms of 21Ks, it's not about fitness, it's about getting your head right. She's right. It's the biggest mental battle, and half of us are doubting ourselves already, going, I don't even know if I can finish this, gonna hurt a lot. You know, anything could happen.
You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to back yourself. Every contestant has had a time where their commitment has been tested. Now, those tests are going to keep coming, and they're going to keep coming harder and faster. So only the strong will survive, and that's just not physically, that's mentally as well. So,
We've got a training session for you.
and oh my goodness,
We're going to go and
you
smoke it up.
are going to love it.
Let's go.
Fantastic.
Good. After the pressure of last week's head-to-head battle, we needed to get the contestants out of Camp Biggest Loser and start to refresh them from the inside. And we had a special training session for them. When we arrived at Eastern Creek Raceway, I knew straight away where we were. I know racing cars race there, but how are we going to train with them?
The Hondas drove down the pit lanes and we could see a Vodafone V8 Supercar right in front of us, and I was just like, oh my God, what are we gonna have to do here?
Boys, how good does this look?
Michelle and I want to give the contestants the best advice we can from experts. So far, they've learned about fighting from Anthony Mundine, running from Matt Shervington. Today, we wanted the contestants to understand how to operate under pressure.
Before we get started, I'd like to introduce you to an Australian legend, Mr. Craig Lowndes, 3 times backers champion for V8 Supercars.
When Craig Lowndes walked out, I felt pretty good. I knew this was going to be pretty fun, and I couldn't wait to get stuck into whatever they had ready for us.
You guys are now in my world, in my pressure cooker.
In Craig's gym.
And about to do what we do normally at a race weekend, which is a scenario of a pit stop. Pit stops are now becoming the most critical and crucial part of our whole racing. Our guys reckon they can do it in a bit under 8 seconds for 4 tyres. So you guys have got a record of 8 seconds that you got to beat.
The idea behind today's training session, it's about focusing and really understanding what you can do when you are under pressure. It's a perfect alignment to the 21-kilometre race coming up. Well, I'm ready. Are you ready, Shan?
Absolutely.
Are you ready, Craig?
I'm excited.
All right.
I've got a new crew today with me. Lisa, Caitlin, Dave, and Joey.
Craig Lowndes had the Vodafone pit crew set up a real-life race day pit scenario. 4 tyres to change, real-life air jacks, and operating under pressure.
Easy as that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the guns, as I said, they'll be set up, ready to go. So all you got to do is pull the trigger and undo the wheel nut.
Okay. As soon as their gun went off, I thought I'm not going to be able to do this because it frightened the life out of me.
Position it onto the nut before you trigger. Okay. Hold it, trigger.
I feel really positive and focused. You know, I know Jana's going, it's a bit of a setback, but I'm not going to use it as a setback. I'm going to get out there and work hard and hopefully stay above that yellow line so I can be here longer.
And do it up. Done.
When I went up to do the first tyre, I was just worried that I was going to hurt the car.
Hold it. Hold it. Hand there. Sit.
Oh.
Pull it off.
Everybody had to have a go on the rattle gun, but they had to work as a team with their partner, getting the wheels on and off as quick as possible.
Done. Do it up. Easy.
Now it was going to be time to see how well the contestants operated under pressure. Starting 2 lines back, you're going to run down, you're going to change back tyre, front tyre, run past me at the front, and I'll stop the stopwatch.
Ready? Go.
Go team, Shannon, come on.
Grab the gun. Grab the gun.
There was no time for self-doubt again. There was no time to second-guess yourself. You had to get in, be confident, get that nut off, wheel on, and the nut back on as quick as possible. Legs!
That's it. That's it.
Even though the training session wasn't that physical, it could have been quite easy to get, you know, frazzled and stuff things up and panic. You had to stay calm, stay focused, and get through it.
44.58. I think you guys better have another go at that. You ready?
Go!
It just all come together really well, and we run in and Lisa got the tyre straight off and I got the tyre straight on. I was pretty surprised that there was only 1 tyre and we still had 1 to go, so we did pretty well.
Done!
Oh! 29! It's amazing how your brain can change when it's under pressure, isn't it? Now, it's going to happen to you guys when you're in the 21Ks too. Just back yourself in. Be confident. You saw how much better, Lise, you were then when you were confident.
Yep.
It's going to be the same in your race. It's the same in anything you do. If you believe in yourself and you do it with confidence, you're going to smash it up.
All right, gang, so now your training begins. We're actually going to start with the time. The pressure is going to be right on my contestants to work accurately, precisely, but also quickly. And those 3 things don't always work hand in hand. Get set, go.
It's pretty hard to change a tyre in a couple of seconds, and them drills aren't easy to use. You have to think about pushing the switch back down. You have to have your hands right. You have to throw the tyre off the tube and out of the way so Phil can get in there.
That's it. That's it.
Craig said the tyres were 20 to 25 kilos, and I was thinking, that's not so bad. I can lift that. It's when you have to lift and carry, and then if you don't get them on the first way, then you have to pull it off again and start again, and that means you waste time.
47 seconds, guys. We've got some work to do.
Time wasting is not really an option when you're racing, is it?
Go.
Yep, push it on.
Every training session, I push these guys, and this was no exception. They need to understand that they have got the endurance to get through this, that they need to push through the pain, they need to push through that negativity, stay focused on the job, and get the job done. 30 seconds.
Oh,
well done.
good job.
The practice session had gone quite well, but now it was showtime. It was time for the contestants to work under real, genuine pressure. The competition was on.
Not only do you have to do the pit stop, but you're going to have to see the car way back there. You have to pull it into position and then pull me through the finish line.
I think the most nerve-wracking thing about, the challenge we're about to do is changing the tyres quick enough. My heart rate's going to be high. I'm going to be a bit stressed, and I have to take that tyre off as quick as possible.
As the reigning champions, we might designate your team to go first.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Don't let us down. Pressure's on.
With my team, we decided to put our strongest at the back and put Phoebe at the front. Shannan was injured, so we had him in the pit lane ready to go.
I think that Rick's the strongest guy here, and so I knew it was definitely going to be a big advantage for us having him in our team.
You've got a long way, you've got to focus about how far you're going to go. Yeah.
Stay calm, stay focused, and just keep on it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Go hard, you guys.
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go.
The challenge we had in store for them had never been done before. Pulling the Vodafone V8 Supercar down Eastern Creek's pit lane, stopping halfway down, changing 4 tyres, and then, with humans as horsepower, pulling it to the end of pit lane.
This is where you're going to make up your time.
Pulling that car definitely was hard. It's 1.4 tonne worth of vehicle, and you're running at about, probably about 100 metres down the road, so it wasn't easy, and my heart rate was probably about 180.
So start thinking about what your first job is once you get it in.
The thing that works you up the most is that as soon as you get to that pit stop, it's like your heart just goes a million miles an hour, and then it's, anything could go wrong. You could drop the tyre, it could break someone's foot, It's...
Next one.
Unfortunately, Rick's tyre was stuck. He could not get it off.
Yeah, he didn't put it on right.
Rick was with the gun and giving him his all, trying to loosen the tight nuts, but in the end we had to get one of the Vodafone team members to come over, and even he had trouble. So that delayed us a little bit.
That's at least a 20-second time penalty.
It's all right, good man. Go, guys.
Come on, guys, come on!
That's it. This is where you'll get your time made up now. Despite everything that went wrong for Rick with the tyre change, he kept his cool, he kept the team motivated. You go as hard as you can to the finish line, because you just don't know what's going to happen. When I think back to the Rick only a few weeks ago, the turnaround is huge. He's committed to it, and he's into it. Can you pull something out of the bag?
The things I learned from today's session is to, you have to focus. Even if you are tired, you still have to focus on what you're doing. And the fact that never give up. We had a bad pit stop, and we all knew it, but we had to give it our best to get to the end.
2 minutes, 26 seconds. A cracking time. Yeah, good work.
Because Dave from my training group had injuries, he was able to change the tyres in pit lane.
Now, who's going to be at the front? Strongest at the front?
Yeah, Joey.
All right. Good luck, guys.
This sort of training's right up my alley, it's hands-on, and it's something I enjoy, like V8 Supercars. It's something totally different, so I was pretty pumped for it.
Michelle was 2 minutes 26, guys. Ready, set, go. Let's see Joey run. Power now. Power now, first couple of steps. Now, Caitlin, you can help him.
As we began to pull the car, it was pretty easy to pull it. Myself and Joey just got in there and just absolutely used as much strength as we could.
Guys, go. Pull in, Joey. Yeah, straighten her up. Think about where you're going to go. What's your job, Joey? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Smooth teamwork takes a hell of a lot of communication. And as my team pulled the car into position, it was great to hear they already had worked out who was going to be the wheel man and who was on the rattle gun. Get it on, Lise, go. Go, Lise.
The most nerve-wracking part about the race for me was, handling the gun, making sure that I could actually get the nut off quick enough for Joey to get the new tyre on and not hold the team up.
Nice work.
We had the fastest pit we've ever had. It all just come together, and it showed with a bit of pressure we could really pull together, and we changed all 4 tyres and started pulling away again.
Good, Joey. Now power legs. Go on, Caitlin, you've got to help. That's it. Good girl. 2 hands on for you. And get the legs going. Without a doubt, the hardest part of the race was the last 20 metres. Joe's thighs would have been burning, but there was no way he was going to let his team down. You've got to work. Come on, get her up to a run. Don't get tired, Caitlin. Go. 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 Pull it. Pull it. 220, Joey, quick. Quick.
Hard, run it out. That's it. Good. Keep going. Oh, I think
231.
Michelle's group beat us by a few seconds, but we had a pretty quick time in the pit, and we were happy with it.
We got him with problems.
Yeah, hey. Got him with problems.
Beautiful, right.
Today's training session was nothing like a 21-kilometre race. But the skills that the contestants got learning to understand themselves mentally are viable in a 21-kilometre race. You need strength, you need to believe in yourself, you need to be able to dig deep under pressure.
What an amazing achievement. You guys just now have officially been the first people to pull a race car down a pit lane. So you're going to be pretty proud of yourself. Now, people at Vodafone have allowed me to give away a VIP experience for 2 people at a racetrack. You come and actually see and meet Jamie and I in the back of the pits. And I have to give it to Rick. You impressed me over that whole course of taking basic control, working with your guys, encourage them right through. So
well done, mate.
I want to give you that opportunity to come to a race weekend. We'll work it all out.
It shocked me when Craig said that, because normally it's us trying to motivate Ricky, and really shows me that he's going to stay here and work hard and try and go as far as he can.
But we do have 2 tickets. So you got to work out who you're going to bring.
Rick, you know who you'd be taking.
Don't even dare. I'm sorry, Mish.
No, it's all good, it's all good.
Well done, great job.
That's awesome. I think I showed everyone today that I'm here to stay. I'm going to try my hardest and I'm going to give it my best.
Well, Craig, we would love to thank you for coming down today and spending the time with these guys. The fact that you're so down to earth and just get in and have a go with us, we loved it. Thank you so much.
It's the Aussie way, that's what you got to do.
Thank you. I really enjoyed doing that training session with Craig, you know, just focusing on the task at hand and getting through it. I can definitely see how it's going to pay off and how I can utilise it when I'm running the 21Ks.
Jana, you weigh 118.8 kilos.
Since leaving Biggest Loser, my life has changed immeasurably. Every afternoon I'm in the gym with Paul, my trainer, and we do personal training 5 days a week. Biggest Loser gave me my life back. I feel strong, I feel healthy, and I can take on the world. I have an amazing family who are totally behind me. Before Camp Biggest Loser, I was wearing a size 20 to 22, and now I'm wearing a size 14 to 16.
I'm Jana and I'm 38 and apparently been enjoying life a little bit too much just recently, and I'm about 113. My weight has never not been an issue, but it's something that I've had to overcome. Otherwise, I'd be a freaking mess.
Well, I was definitely unhappier than I thought I was. It's really hard watching myself talk like that. At finale, I want to weigh 70 kilos and I want to be wearing a size 12 and I want to feel and look beautiful.